FA Cup third round day, the best weekend of the season. Hello? Oh, Stuart Sinclair, how is the bearded wonder? Oh, why not good? Well look, the reason you're not playing, mate, is because you haven't been playing well enough. Mate, your last 5 games, your average rating is 6.6. Look, we can agree to disagree, but until your form improves, you're just not going to be playing regularly. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 8 as we follow in Dean Smith's footsteps. We are at Walsall and today we are playing Leyton Orient in the league and then we host Coventry, League 1 Coventry in the FA Cup third round, and we've got to be a chance having beaten Doncaster in the second round in a replay. But, quite a few things to catch up on actually since last episode, and the first one is Stuart Sinclair, the bearded one that is unhappy. He wants to start more games. You can see there's 4 players in the team that disagree with him. No one agrees with him, but there was a few that agreed with him and I talked them around. And yeah, basically he's unhappy now because I didn't promise him first team football. Yeah, I mean, he's just not playing well enough. You can see his average, I mean, maybe can't behind my head here, but his last 5 games, he's averaged 6.6 match rating. He's just not quite ever done it for us. So I'm wondering maybe if I've been playing him box to box, I'm wondering if I should play him in his more natural ball-winning midfielder role, but he's tackling a 7. Suggests that might not be a good idea, but we'll give him a try in that, in his more natural position and see if that improves his performances or not, because he should be a decent player for this level, but yeah, it's just not quite working out. We've got him for another year as well, and I don't think we're going to be able to sell him on. So we do need to try and get something out of him if we're going to be paying him $2,000 a week. Now, other things to catch you up on. Colin Lavery, his contract was up at the end of this season. We've signed him to an extension, $1,500 a week for another 2 years. So at the end of this season, then 2 more years. I really just wanted to extend him for 1 more year to see sort of where that leaves us at the end of next season, but he wanted 2 years, so he's doing the job for us, so that's fine. We'll pay him that money, which is, as I said, which is fine. Other news, we have got our Brexit rules for the series. Where are we here? New work permit rules. Here it is here. So it's basically, it's a 17 foreign player limit work permit rules. So, I mean, that's almost the best case scenario. 17 players in a 25-player squad is very generous. So that's not going to be a problem. And the work permit rules are the work permit rules that they always are. So there's no sort of funny business going on there. One other thing to maybe update you on quickly here is the situation regarding players whose contracts are up. If I just quickly scroll back down here, this is where we're at. Denny Guthrie, I don't think we're going to renew. I've been a little bit disappointed by him, although now he's starting to train a little bit better. He might change my mind. So I don't think we're going to do that. Sadler, we won't be keeping. But to be honest, he burnt his bridges in the very first game of the series. Roberts, we have offered a new contract to because he's young and he's decent. Facey, I haven't decided yet what we're going to do with him. He's solid without being fantastic. I haven't decided yet about Adobe. We haven't really used him, and I'm not sure that he's going to be any good for us, to be honest. Keith Keane will be leaving because we only ever signed him for this season. We did offer Cockerell Mollett a new deal because he's a very high potential and been playing well for us. And these other 2 aren't even in the team, so that's obviously they're not going to be staying. So really, it's Guthrie and Facey are the 2 that I'm undecided about as of yet. So that is that, and the other thing to catch you up on is our youth intake preview. So we can see here a lot of green, which is good. You don't always get that. So there's a healthy number of new fullbacks. I do like it says a healthy number, not that they're good. We do have at least 1 goalkeeper who looks a good prospect. One of our fullbacks looks to have promise. We have at least 2 top prospects in the centre of midfield, which is good. There's a wingback who's rated very highly, which I wonder if that is the same fullback. And we have 1 good English right wingback from Walsall who has caught the eye. So I suspect the fullback and the wingback could all be the same person. But there's no good defensive midfielders, no good centre-backs. The wide midfielders don't look good. The attacking midfielders aren't any good. The wingers aren't any good. And this is a very poor crop of players, unfortunately. So, yeah, we don't hold any great hopes, but we can live in a little bit of hope. We might get 1, maybe 2. That sort of, if nothing else, add a little bit of squad depth in seasons to come. Now, there's 4 games to catch you up on since last episode, starting with Macclesfield in the league. We got the only goal when Wes McDonald crossed for Colin Lavery. So there you go, we controlled the game, we just didn't really create much. You can see there, it was a very, very tight game. they never really, I don't remember them having a highlight to be honest. I only had one shot on target in any case. But yeah, it was just, to be honest, not a great game. But we won, that's the main thing, and we will get on with our lives. The next game to catch you up on is against Exeter City. We went in front early through a Denny Redmond strike. But Exeter were quickly level. Zach Jules restored our lead after halftime with his first goal for the club. And Colin Lavery sealed the points on the break. So the score flatters us a little bit in this one. It was a tight, even game. We just took our chances and they didn't. So Redmond, Jules with a first goal for the club, and Lavery again. You can see possession was relatively even. Both teams had their chances, and as I said, we just took ours. They didn't take theirs. Next one, still in League 2. It's against Scunthorpe. Yeah, not much to see in this one. We dominated the game. We made a lot of chances. We just couldn't take him. You can see their goalkeeper played well. You can see by the match stats that we dominated the game. It was just one of those. It was just one of those, unfortunately. The final game to catch you up on is also in League 2 against Carlisle. We fell behind early, but quickly drew level when Joe Willis played in Josh Gordon, who finished coolly. And we completed the turnaround thanks to Mitchell Candlin. So I was really pleased with this performance. It was a rotated team, because obviously these are all the festive fixtures. Rotated team, we fell behind, and we did really well to come back. Gordon and Candlin with the goals. You can see Denny Guthrie had a really good game in the centre of the park. Sinclair continued to flatter to deceive. But yeah, just all round a good performance from us. I was really happy with this. With, as I said, a rotated team as well. So that's that. Let's take a quick look at the league table. We are back on top. We did drop off for a little bit. I can't remember, that was probably the last episode after Port Vale, I think, wasn't it? But we're back on top, a point clear of Forest Green. We're 6 points clear of Bradford and 7 points clear in the promotion places. There was a comment in a last episode regarding why there's just the one red relegation spot. I believe, and I could be wrong, but my assumption is that's because of Bury. So there's one team already out of the Football League, so one other team will drop down, and that's, I think, the reason there's just the one relegation spot for this season. But there we go. That is that. Let's go and have a quick look at what we're up against here in our first game against Leyton Orient. Now, we drew them 2-2 earlier this season in an even game. We are the favourites for this one. They're a Ross Embleton coached team. He's been in the job for a long time now. They're an attacking long ball style, so that's going to be fun to play against, isn't it? We're not actually expecting them to come out in this formation. We're expecting something more along the lines of a 4-2-3-1. We can see there they were quite narrow in their defeat to Newport County. There's their passing network and their key passes. They do like to come down the sides, and if you remember, which you probably don't, but Sterling scored an absolute cracker against us in the first game this season. So we'll keep an eye on him. He's a very, very dangerous player. But this is a team that we're sending out. We are obviously favouring the FA Cup game. So hopefully these guys will get the job done for us. Just have a look at some new names as well, perhaps, or some lesser seen names. So Liam Roberts goes in goal. It's Scar and Corey Roberts at the back. Kinsella has to play right wing back. The reason for that is Facey's picked up an injury. He's out for about a month. So we need to use Kinsella in his sort of secondary role as a wing back in this one. So he plays there with Keane and Pring down the left. Parry comes in, he's back from injury, and hopefully he'll put in a good performance for us. It's Guthrie and Sinclair. As I said, we're going to try him as the ball-winning midfielder and see how it goes. Gordon and Candlin go up top. We're saving Lavery for Coventry. Let's go. Alright, so everybody is playing more or less as expected. That is more like what we were expecting to play, but what I don't see is Sterling's on the bench. So that's a positive for us. Now, again, we're coming to the end of the festive fixtures. This would be New Year's Day, I think, now. So, teams are going to be sort of getting to the end of their fitness levels here. We should challenge them to pick up where they left off. All right, let's do that. And some calm, we have faith, and let's get out there and hope these boys put on a display for us, or at least 1 or 2 goals. Because we've seen in previous times on the channel, goal scoring has proved a slight problem for us at times. But we're still doing really well. We're still at the top of the league. Transfer window has now opened. We don't really have any money to go and buy somebody with. So I think we might have 1 slot available still for a loan slot. So that's maybe something we can look at doing. But to be honest, I don't really see a need to, because if we were to, we have so many young players that if we were to loan somebody, we're just going to take game time away from them. There's a decent ball. Oh, and Pring. Just past the post. So for example, if I loan in a striker, which is the one position I'm considering doing because we only really have the 3 and we could maybe do with a 4th option if we are going to play 2 up top. It's just going to take game time away from, say, Candlin. Here's a go with Gordon. No, decent save there from the keeper. So I want, and maybe central midfield is another position where we could perhaps do a little bit more quality, but we're doing well in the league with what we have. And if we were to bring somebody in, it's just going to take game time away from one of the youngsters, and I think it's a good opportunity to play them and help them develop. So I don't necessarily think that we're going to loan anybody in either. But like I say, we'll just kind of see where the window takes us. No one's really coming in. No one's particularly interested in any of our players. So that's not really a concern. I mean, that's another half of football that hasn't been fantastic, has it? What do we want to say to that? We've been the better team. Let's try that. Sinclair, you can see what I mean with Sinclair. He's on a booking. He's complacent. He's not playing well, and he wonders why. He's not playing. All right, so let's maybe go with a little bit of passion. We have faith in you, boys. Come on, that didn't work. Calm, we have faith in you. That didn't really work either. Boys, I beg you, please score a goal. All right, let's try maybe a show some passion. Guthrie's looking nervous as well. This is not particularly going to plan, is it? As long as Forest Green's winning 2-0, which isn't great. As long as it's 0-0, I'm thinking it's not the worst thing in the world. We're going to take We're going to take Sinclair off, who's just an absolute clown. I was so excited when I saw him as well. I thought he was going to be a really, really good player for us, and I'm just not getting the best out of him, am I? Which is a shame, but it is what it is. And, all right, let's go attacking, boys. Anything? Have you got anything for me here? Let's take it off of that. Let's be slightly more direct. Let's go and counter-press them. If they're a long ball, I don't want to push up too high. Let's go get stuck in. We don't have any bookings on the field right now, so we can probably get away with that. I mean, again, a rotated team, but we should be good enough. Perry has it now. Back there for Keane. What can he do? For Scar. Crossfield ball. So what is he trying to do with that? And a good block. I tell you what, credit to him. He's got back and made up for the mistake. But what was that pass, mate? There was no red shirt anywhere near that. We've got a corner to defend now. We're in the 82nd minute, and we could really do with not conceding a goal here. Roberts with the header away. Ball back in, and that was very, very lucky indeed. A bit of a sitter, if we're honest with ourselves there, and we've got away with it. Show some passion, boys. Come on. Guthrie's not having a good game, and I apologise again, guys. We've come out with another 0-0. It's just, well, hopefully Coventry will make up for that. We'll say that wasn't good enough, but boys. So Walsall lose top spot. We didn't really look like scoring there. We had a couple of chances, I suppose, but yeah, I mean, they had that one chance at the end as well, so they could have nicked it. So I guess maybe in the grand scheme of things, the point isn't too bad. So we'll put the league to one side now for the episode. We lose top spot again to Forest Green, but like I say, we're, rotated team. There's reasons to not be too upset by it, even if we aren't scoring as many goals as I would like. Guys, wait right there. It's FA Cup third round next. We host Coventry. Okay, welcome back. It's FA Cup third round time, but before we get to that, let's have a quick update on some of the transfer fronts. We have terminated the loan of Jack LaRose at his own request. He was our backup goalkeeper on loan from Southampton. I don't know if we were paying any of his wages, but basically I didn't want to give him game time because we have two young goalkeepers of our own. He came to me. He said that he wants to have his loan terminated. And really, so I just agreed to it because we haven't used him and I don't see a sense because if we go and have a quick look at our squad here, we have Rogerson as the backup, who's a very, very high potential goalkeeper. So I'd rather give I have been giving any game time to him in cup games. So that's that. And I have got someone in on loan just as a backup, sort of third choice on loan, on trial, I should say. So we may sign Edward here. We'll just kind of see. Yeah, how he goes. I don't know. Do we have anybody coming through the young departments here. Yeah, I don't know if I ever showed you Jack Nolan. Absolute star, but he's got a damaged cruciate, so he's going to be he's out for a while. But looking forward to getting him back in the team. Perry Moss is looking quite good there as well, actually. He might be worth a call up to the senior team. And do we have any goalkeepers here? We do have one that is... Yeah, so we might look to sign Edward just as a backup, an emergency sort of third choice goalkeeper till the end of the season, but we'll wait and see on that one. We're not sort of in any urgent need to do that. But here we go, FA Cup third round time. We are at home to Coventry. They are the favourites. They are a League One team. They are currently sitting 9th in League One. Now, a reminder, of course, we beat Doncaster in the last round, who are 14th. Points-wise, 29 and 37. So there's a bit of a gap there, but... We've got to be a chance, don't we? We've got to be a chance. So Mark Robbins is their manager. He is a decent manager, it looks like, just judging off of that. A balanced, standard playing style. Have a look at the analysis report here. We are expecting them a little bit of a funky formation. Oh, they got Callum O'Hare. A little bit of a funky formation, so we'll see how we do against that. They look a little bit narrow there where they beat Tranmere, and we can see all their other ins and outs there as well. And this is the team that we're sending out. We're going back full strength. It is Liam Roberts in goal. It's Jules and Clark at the back. It's Norman down the right. Cockerell Mollett down the left. Sharon in behind, or just sitting in front of the back four. It is Willis. It is Redmond and Bates in midfield. It is Candlin and Lavery up top. Let's go. So here we go, everybody is playing as expected. I actually don't think we match up too badly against them here because, yeah, we might be okay here. We might be okay. This will be interesting, though. A little bit nervous ahead of this one as well. Stuart says, challenge them to pick up, go out there, prove a point. I'm going to say, keep our run going, boys. Oh, that's not a good reaction. All right, I'm less confident now. And here we go. I was thinking in between games there. I mean, it was disappointing not to score a goal against Leyton Orient, but they're a decent team. And for our second string to basically come in and be able to, to at least get a point from that, keep a clean sheet. I think there are positives there, but obviously, I mean, goal scoring is at times a bit of a problem for us. Other times we look like we could score against anybody, which is a little bit of a frustrating thing, but... Yeah, we'll kind of see how we go here. Here we go. Cameron Norman, gets forward. Can he pull a ball back? It's blocked. He gets a second attempt. It's Cockerell Mollett at the back post. Oh, it looked so good, but across the face of goal, and it is still tied at zeros. Another get creative. Look at this. We're creating chances. We're holding our own again against League One opposition. Redmond with a free kick. Jules is there. It's off the crossbar, and it's hacked off the line. Oh, that is unlucky for Zach Jules. Come on, boys. This is looking decent. Demand a little bit more. Come on. Let's capitalize on this good performance so far. Come on, boys. Come on. One thing we really don't want is a replay because we do have a lot of games. And obviously, we don't have the world's biggest squad in certain areas. Certainly at sort of wide areas, fullbacks, we're struggling a little bit right now. So, yeah, if we cannot get an extra game, then so be it. But... I really do want to try and go as far as we can here. Cockerell Mollett! Selfish, perhaps. He did have players in the middle. But I'm going to say that was a very, very decent performance against higher league opposition. What do we say to that, boys? Not too bad. Unlucky? Unlucky. Alright, let's maybe show some calm. We have faith in people. And, yeah, let's get back out there and get this goal, boys. Come on. Let's show some passion, perhaps. Let's try that. That didn't particularly work, did it? Lavery's not having a great game out there. We do have Gordon on the bench. The problem with Lavery and Gordon is that they're both match fatigued, which obviously isn't ideal. Here we go. We've got a throw-in. Cockerell Mollett in there for Candlin. Back to Cockerell Mollett. Tackled away, but he rides the challenge. Lavery's there. It's headed away again. Can we get to that? We can. Sharon down there to Willis. Redmond has it now. Back to Sharon. Look at Norman. He's in acres of space on the right. Bates has it now. Look at Norman. There it is. Can he whip across in? A little bit of quality. Where's Lavery? Where's Candlin? Can somebody get on it? It's Candlin! Oh, it's off the post! It's not going to be our day, is it? Oh, how have we not scored there? Candlin, again, missing a chance he possibly should have taken. Coventry now with a throw. Are we going to get sucker punched here? They play out from the back. They lump one forward. We are not going to get to that either. Come on, boys. Get a block in. Win possession back here. Come on. Jones has it for Coventry. Brings it forward. Lines one up. And you just would have expected that to land in the top corner for a second then, wouldn't you? All right. Let's let's have a crack at this. Let's push Redmond forward. Let's go attacking. We'll take it off, exploit the flanks, and we'll keep exploiting the flanks, but we'll take it off, work the ball into the box, so that if there is a chance for an early cross, we're not afraid to take it. Let's give it a get creative. And, oh, come on, boys. Let's win this game while we're on top. What we don't want to do is have to go to their place. Going away to a League One team is going to be tough, isn't it? Willis, ball out there for Cockerell Mollett. He's cross is blocked again. It's back in. Lavery, he can't quite get to it. And is Coventry going to come away with this? They lump it forward. We are there. We should get to that. We do. Clark has it. Captain Clark, forward to Bates. Bates to Norman, to Redmond. There it is for Willis in space. Maybe we don't want to be exploiting the flanks. There's a lot of space on the field, isn't there? Cockerell Mollett, can he get a good quality ball in this time? Back post, Norman's there. It's not quality at all, is it? Can Norman get something good in? It's there. Candlin, it's there for Cockerell Mollett! Goal for Walsall! 1-0. Cockerell Mollett with a 4th of the season. And, well, there we go. We can do it, boys. It was terrible, wasn't it? It was side to side. We couldn't find a red shirt to save ourselves. And suddenly, Candlin misses the header, but Cockerell Mollett is there to smash it in. And it is 1-0 to Walsall. 12 minutes to play. And suddenly, it's looking a lot better for us. Maybe we should stick Redmond back into midfield and try and make sure we're not going to give away an equaliser here. There we go. Coventry lump it forward. Clark's there. Across to Norman. Can we go and get a second goal now? Norman. Come on, don't lose possession. He doesn't. He keeps it to Bates. In there for Redmond. Redmond, you could see what he was doing, but it wasn't well executed at all. And there's a flick on, and we're in trouble. Jones comes forward. We've got a man coming across. They've got men streaming forward. Jones can't find the back of the net. All right, we've got 5 minutes to go here. We need to start and close this thing down, don't we? We'll stick Redmond back into midfield. Nope, not like that. Oh, the middle of three is always difficult, isn't it? Alright, so we want to lower this tempo. We want to waste time, be more disciplined, play for set pieces. We want to slow it down. We want to compact up these lines, make it as difficult for them as possible. And we also obviously want to go defensive. And we probably want to stick these guys back and just fullbacks on support now, please, boys. We don't need you getting forward. And there we go. That is that. Confirm those changes, please, game. And let's see this thing out. Let's see this thing out. Are we going to the 4th round of the FA Cup? We're in stoppage time. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. We've done it. I think we've done it. We've done it, boys. We're going to the 4th round of the FA Cup. Absolutely amazing. We deserve that as well. Look at that. That's League One opposition, and we have played them off the park, even if we didn't score as many goals as we perhaps should have done there. Boys, that is really, really well done. Walsall defeat 10-man Coventry. They must have had an injury or something, did they? I didn't see them going down to 10 men. Anyway, but it's Callum Cockerell Mollett that's the hero. Sends us into the 4th round, 135 grand. That is massive, massive money for our finances. I mean, this FA Cup run, if it does continue, could just about keep us afloat here, you know. Let's just make sure we're not in the red there with wages. We're still in the red with wages. Jesus Christ, come on. There we go. And that will just about do it. When is the draw for this FA Cup 4th round, I wonder? So the draw's coming up in a few days' time. We'll end the episode. Let's find out who we're going to be playing in that 4th round. Alright, here we go. FA Cup 4th round draw time. And there are obviously some big teams in here. Let's automatic draw and let's see who we get. Away to a big Premier League team. That's what we want, isn't it? Well, realistically, we're not going to win the FA Cup. We just want a payday on our way out. So we've missed out on Arsenal, which is a shame. Who's next out here? Leeds United would be decent, actually. That would be a decent payday, wouldn't it? But they get Everton. That's a nice looking tie. Brentford, do we get our next destination? No, we do not. Update. Oh, here we go. Man United away. Please, please. No, Watford. Leicester City, we'd take that, I guess, wouldn't we? The Brentford have picked up their form. Chelsea away, yeah, we'll take that. No, they get Brighton. Wigan, we don't want Wigan. Liverpool, oh, it's another one of the big teams are gone. They're just about all gone. There's Manchester City still there. Fulham and Wickham. Manchester City, alright, this is it. This is our last chance, and we don't get it. Bournemouth, we don't want Bournemouth. We don't get Bournemouth. We're running out of clubs here. Huddersfield away, ideally no. We don't get them. Looking who's left, I mean, it's Villa, and that's about it, isn't it? Walsall at home against Middlesbrough. Well, that is just about worst case scenario, isn't it? We're at home to a championship team that we're probably going to lose to. Oh, that is massively, massively disappointing. Massively disappointing. We'll just have to go and beat them now, won't we? But there it is. It is the hosting of Borough in the FA Cup 4th round. And that will be next episode. We'll come back for the FA Cup. Where is it here? Is it not told us yet? It's the 25th, isn't it? So we'll come back for Carlisle in the league. Then we will play Middlesbrough in the FA Cup. And hope that we get through to the 5th round. That would be a cup run there, wouldn't it? Anyway, guys, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. Enjoy your weekend if you're watching live. And I will see you on Monday for Borough in the FA Cup 4th round. Take care.